use the names that's already on the game, or you can just create somebody's name right now. What I'm going to do is just randomly draw a bullshit name or just anything inside of it. So what if it looks scratched up? With names, I'll show you how to do names as well. Names can be pretty, names can look pretty good if you take your time with it. Right now I'm rushing. I'm not taking my time, so it's going to look that way. It's going to look sloppy because I didn't take my time. Now I'm going to put a little message. Put a little message for a certain somebody. You know who you are. That pretty much says SOD TV on Xbox Live. Hint, hint. Get an Xbox, nigga. Have to. Anyways, you can either draw the name inside the line or put the name inside the line with the regular letters. I like to do as much as possible in the paint tool so I won't have to waste a whole lot of layers with the I won't have to use a lot of layers with the the regular character, so I can put a lot of things on it and so forth and so on. Now, zoom in if you want to. You can zoom in and put little details inside the picture that you already drew to make it look 10 times better. Ladies and gentlemen, you keep adding. The more and more you add to your paint tool picture, the more and more it can come out looking a lot better. Like for instance, Carnival's paint tool design that I've done, that design was pretty much me starting off with a skull and adding everything else in that paint tool design that you see. I just sat there and just asked myself, what else can I add to this picture to make it look 10 times better? And that's pretty much what I did. Now, with drawing a bullshit design, you're actually seeing what I do when it comes to making paint tool. You're actually seeing what I do. This is what I do when I come to make paint tool. I just do random things. Now, look at that. From up close, it looks sloppy because it is sloppy, but it looks sloppy. But from far, it gives the design a kind of a shiny look, I would say. I don't know if you see it the same way, but it gives it a shiny look if you put it in the right spots. Another thing, that's what drawing does. That's what learning how to draw does. Helping you, add shadow to certain areas and things like that when you actually learn how to draw. Things like that can come in handy, especially for paint tool. Now, as you can see, the bullshit SOD TV on Xbox Live, hint hint, that I put in the middle, that I just mirrored the image, and when it mirrors the image, it just combines everything on the left side and puts it to the right. And as you can see in the middle, look how that looks. That look like it can be an Aztec or like some painting on a cave or something that cavemen have done, whatever. Like I said, the paint tool design, the mirror tool thing, it pretty much can help you out or it can screw you over. Now, Like I said, I just made a bullshit paint tool. Now what I can do with this paint tool, I can put it on the back of somebody's boot, or like for instance Tyson Kidd or Omega's boots. You see how I put it on the back of that boot, and you can do a whole lot with this. Now with the other thing, now I can flip it upside down, get a different image to it, or I can mirror it up, and look how it looks when I mirror it up. It looks even better. If I see, this is your friend right here. This reverse thing is your friend. It's your friend. You love it. You have to love it. Love it. Now we're gonna leave it like that. That's what we're gonna do. You rotate it, you can rotate it. If you're the type of person that can draw something in one direction, like say you can only draw, alright, we're gonna do something right quick. Say if you can only draw a Nike, wait, say if you can only draw a Nike check in one direction, like you're just other direction backwards. Say if you can only draw a check looking good in that direction that I just did, right? But you want it the same on the bottom, like under the circle. If you want it the exact same, you switch it, you turn it upside down. You can turn it, this is if you want to, you can turn it upside down and do it again. That was kind of sloppy, but you can turn it upside down and do it again. Now you have the same check on the same side. One looks sloppy, one it all depends on how you draw and how you think of yourself. That's it. That's all I'm telling you. If you want, like I said, if you can't do something in a certain direction, just flip it and do it the direction you can do it, and then flip it back. This paint tool is pretty simple, ladies and gentlemen. It's very, very simple. Now, with the bullshit paint tool that I just did, we're gonna put it on a character to show you different things you can do with it, and so forth and so on. How I do my stuff. Now, after creating the paint tool, of course, I go back into create mode, create a new superstar, such and such. Oh, another thing, superstar threads. I actually do that too. I change the color of the people, of the real wrestlers' clothes. I might do a video showing y'all that as well. I like the change that I did for Matt Hardy and CM Punk and Edge and whatnot. But that's another video, another time. Now, pick padded boots. The padded boots that I like the most out of the whole entire game. I'm gonna pick the padded boots. We're gonna turn it black. You can make it any color you want to make it. It doesn't really matter. I just like to correspond my colors for my character with the color of the paint tool design that I did. So if I make a red and black paint tool design, I'm gonna put my character in red and black to correspond with the red and black design. Now with the paint tool, we go into the paint tool and we go to the paint tool that I just did. Put it on the boots. Now here what you do with the boots. You can stretch it and put it on the front as your kick pad. On the front of the kick pad. Now as you can see, the little things that I put on the side of the paint tool design will actually look good on the side of a boot. You see how that works out? Do you see how it works out, ladies and gentlemen? How good it can look. To me, this is a bullshit design, but to a lot of y'all probably say that design is amazing. The design is amazing. Why? Because it's random, son. I did not have a plan or an idea for this. I just went into paint tool and I did it. And I actually sat here. Y'all actually sat here and watched me do this. Y'all sat here and watched me do this. This is what I'm trying to tell you. This is exactly what I'm trying to tell you. Or you could put it on the back, like Tyson Kidd's or Omega's. stretch it,